What's up, DC Nation? I know this video is a little bit late, and I do apologize. So, with that being said, congratulations to you Drama Queen fans out there. Vikings take down the Redskins 38-30. And I don't know if I would call this game an offensive battle, but this game was just terrible for us Redskin fans. It really was. I mean, we had a good enough offense to win the game, but the reason why we lost this game is because we had no defense. And this aggravates me that, we're letting these NFL teams come to our house and they feel like they're the home team. And whenever you give up 38 points like that, you already know you're looking for trouble. And everybody on our offensive line is back that I saw. Morgan Moses is still healthy. I saw Brandon Sheriff back out there. I think I saw Trent Williams back out there. I think our whole offensive line is healthy. We still got a lot of injuries, but I think these guys are backups or something. But I mean, our whole offensive line looked like it was back. And, Cousins, looked a lot more relaxed out there as he threw for over 300 yards, and he also had 3 touchdowns. He had one passing touchdown, and I want to say he had 2 rushing touchdowns. But he also had an interception, which kind of hurt us because the Vikings made us pay, and they scored 7 points. So that was 7 points the Vikings should have never had right there. But, I mean, still, defense giving up 31 points, that's not good. And one thing we had a problem with in this game is that we were scoring field goals in the red zone. When you're in the red zone, we need to be scoring touchdowns, not field goals. So, I mean, I want to say there was like 3 times we went to the red zone, and a couple of times we had a field goal. One time, I want to say we didn't even score. And I want to say we did make the Vikings pay for one of the turnovers that they had, but the other one we didn't make them pay. And that's the reason why we lost this game. If we could have made the Vikings pay for that other turnover, plus if Cousins would have never had that turnover, and if we could have been a little bit better in the red zone, this game was easily ours. I mean, but the main thing is that, like I said, we didn't make the Vikings pay for their turnover, one of their turnovers, and that turnover hurt us. So, I mean, you add that up, you take 7 points away from the Vikings, and then that first turnover the Vikings had, if we could have made them pay, even if it was just a field goal, I mean, we still could have walked out of the game with a 33-31 victory. But like I said, once again, we weren't that efficient in the red zone. We got a couple of cheap shot field goals, which should have been touchdowns. And, that's pretty much why we lost this game, And, this loss hurts, that we're back to a losing football team. We're 4-5 now. And, now these losses are starting to be crucial because, it's not, we're a little bit over halfway through the season. We've played 9 games. We got 7 more to go. Our playoff hopes aren't eliminated yet, but the way things are looking like, if we're allowing the Vikings to come into our stadium and just disrupt our momentum like that, that's just, we can't have that, I mean, like I said, we're not eliminated from the playoffs quite yet, but, I mean, the way things are going, it's not going to be too much longer before the Redskins are out of the playoffs. I mean, the second half of the schedule is a little bit easier than the first half, but we're starting off the second half of the season 0-1, and, now we got to go to New Orleans to go up against the Saints, who are on a 7-game winning streak. So, I'm a little bit nervous about that game because the Saints just beat the living shit out of the Bills. It was like 47-10 or 47-17, and I don't exactly remember the score, but I know it was out of control. And what's crazy about the Saints is they started off the season 0-2, and, like I said, they're on a 7-game winning streak, and we have to go to New Orleans. But nothing less, this is a team I'm not afraid of, and here's why, DC Nation. The last 2 times we've played the Saints, we've beaten them. You know, now I understand the last time we played the Saints, you know, the game was being played at our house, and when we played the Saints last time, we beat the shit out of them. Now, the last time we played the Saints in New Orleans, we beat them. And I'm not saying, I mean, Saint fans are already telling me because I live in Louisiana, so, you know, I'm around all these Saint fans. You know, they're saying, you know, oh yeah, who dat? Who's going to beat them Saints? You know, the Saints are the best team in the NFL. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys beat us in New Orleans the last time. It was a fluke. This time. This is what's going to happen. And all this other shit. But you want to know what? You know, last time we played the Saints in New Orleans, we had RG3 as our quarterback. We got a better quarterback, we have just about a better everything now. This isn't the 2012 Redskins. But the main reason why I'm not afraid of this team is because what we did in 2009. I remember in 2009, we were 4-8, and the Saints were 12-0, and the Redskins were easily in control. I want to say we were blowing them out, and the Saints had a lot of work to do to come catch us, and that game had a lot of luck for the Saints to come back and beat the Redskins. And, you know, like I said, and that's why this team doesn't make me nervous here. I don't give a shit about the Saints' 7-game win streak, because if there's a team that's going to snap the Saints' game win streak, it's going to be us. You know, and yeah, we're 4-5. We're not looking good, but, you know, I have complete faith in us against the Saints, so I'm definitely going to make a Week 11 hype video against the Saints, because like I said, I feel comfortable, you know, trash talking the Saints, you know, and I know this is a team we can beat, you know, even if we're going to New Orleans, and not to mention they're coming back to our house next year, so, you know, even if there's somehow we do lose this game, you want to know what, they're coming back to our house next year. We'll just get some payback there. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Like I said, I'll make a Week 11 hype video in about a couple of days. And just to let you guys know, I'm going to that game, that Redskins-Saints game in New Orleans. So hopefully we grab this win. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace out, DC Nation.